Oh. Oh, I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet. Of that I have no doubt. You are most skilled. If you haven't killed me, however, you must have kept me alive for some purpose, yes? Ah, so I am to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly. A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logan, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
I can tell you that. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva, very powerful and renowned for always getting the job done, so to speak. Someone went to great expense to hire this man.
Quite right. I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous. Oh, fine. Is that what you Fereldans do? Mock your prisoners? Such cruelty. Not precisely. I was in the neighborhood when the offer came. The Crows get around, you see. Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely. Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further. Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause, so let me serve you instead. I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing. In which case, I don't come very well recommended, I suppose. To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you. Possibly. I happen to know their wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it? Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair? Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks. I could also warn you should the Antivan Crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I also know a great many jokes. 12 massage techniques, 6 different card games. I do wonderful at parties, no? I think you're royally tough to kill. I'm only hoping that you're stupid. That was a joke. Let me rephrase that. I'm hoping that you're the sort of fellow that takes a chance every now and again. Yes?
What? You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea? We could apparently use a swift kick in the head too, but you don't see me going around asking for one.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone.
Welcome, Zevran. Having an Antivan crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Blood and damnation!
Yes.
All right. Got it. I'll get on it.
Here I am. Oh, this should be good. Go ahead. Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it? Now that you mention it, I am not entirely certain. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The Crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. and if you do poorly in your training, you die. Of course, you compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth, gets you women, and men, or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining. I certainly hope so. I have earned the crows a great deal of money, and none of it has come easily. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go. And be slaughtered? Perish the thought. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so. Here I am. Oh, this should be good. Go ahead. Well, the crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training. The sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is a desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field. Now, it need not be thought of so crudely. We all do our share of murdering around here, don't we? An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler. See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we? Hmm? Here I am. Oh, I certainly could, but I won't. I swore to the crows that the things they taught me were to remain a secret. And while, yes, they are already angry at me, I'd rather not push things, you see. If you are truly insistent, well, let me think about it. The crows are already angry at me, yes? Who knows? Here I am. Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss? Braska.
Indeed.
I am not fond of sharing. You should know this.
I haven't asked to borrow anything of yours.
Nor would I lend it if asked. You would be best to desist and find your own.
Find my own what?
This facade of yours is unconvincing. If 'tis a competition you wish, a competition you shall have.
You wild folk are very odd and possessive. Looking for little old me? Yes? What's on your mind?
I understand we will be joining you in battle as soon as the hunters.
We are working hard to make enough equipment for all of the hunters. Our armaments will be superior to anything else you find on the battlefield. I am no merchant, but
Rough travels out here, eh? We even saw darkspawn on the way in.
Right, darkspawn.
We killed a whole band of them on the way up from Lothering. We're delivering a message to the Chantry in Denerim. You? We saw a blood mage down near the Brazilian forest. We're off to tell the Chantry about him. Thanks. We're heading out. Stay safe.
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard you're putting up the good fight against Loghain and Hal, right? Good for you. Make a spit on all those arrogant noble bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills. Skills of the street, you might say. No judgments here, mate. I want to help you. The name is Slim Cauldry, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I? I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself. My share goes to a good cause. The poor. My family. I've got 15 cousins. 15! Can you imagine? My uncle must walk around with a permanent bulge. It's disturbing, that is. Well, one of my mates noticed your skills. Nice piece of work, that. Uncommon caliber, if you don't mind me saying. But I need to know what else you can do. Ever done bump and grabs? Do much blending in shadows? Different opportunities for different folk, you know. More of a second story man, eh? So was I back in the day. The thrill of the hunt. Dodging guards, in and out, no one the wiser. Ah, the good life. Now that we have that settled, just ask away. One point. I don't like blood much. Call me old-fashioned, but the Maker says thou shalt not strangle, decapitate or whatnot unless the other fella really had it coming, eh? I realise sometimes you do what you have to, but restrained, right? So, what are you interested in? I've got a place for you. It should be easy money for you. It'll cost 1 sovereign, though. Lady Sophie is an intimate of Al Hal. Real intimate. She's visiting the country, because that's what rich folk do when the whole bloody kingdom's in danger. Sorry, they just get me so angry. Her room in the Nord Noble Tavern is unattended. That means her valuables are just there for the taking. You've got the tavern staff to worry about, plus she has hired a guard. A very overworked, tired and bored guard, though. Just be careful and you should be fine. Good luck.
Good day. The market is busy, is it not? Come, rest here. I have the finest selection of flowers and Orlesian-scented oils in all of Denerim. For a lady friend, perhaps? Roses can open any woman's heart, you know. Much of the city is still a mystery to me, but the markets is like my home. Circle and sorcered objects can be found in the wonders of Thedas, in the alleyway north. The armorer, Wade, and his emporium are just to the south. If you need work, outside the rectory to the southeast is a chanter's board. And if your thirst is strong, head to the Nord Noble Tavern north of here. Be prepared, though. They do put on many airs. I am from Orlais. You've heard of us, no? Your Denerim is a fine city, but I miss my Varroyo. She's quite beautiful this time of year. Orlais has many good things, but it is sometimes not so good to be common. My brother had trouble with a chevalier and we departed shortly after. You know so little of Orlais here. The chevaliers are knights of the highest order. They are the most skilled in the world. Their discipline, formidable. For their service, they're allowed privileges. They can do whatever they want to the lesser born. Because there is little choice. There are so many wonderful things about Orlais, but Ferelden has something precious. Here, a man, or a woman, is born free and lives free. I do not understand it, but the nobles here are not so high, and none of us are quite so low. As much as I miss my Varroyo, I love where I am. A chevalier took an interest in me. It was his right, but it was unwelcome. Incensed, my brother hit him over the head with a pot. Such a thing is almost treason. We left that very night and came here. That and more. Some revere them for their skill and their high service, but others tread lightly. As lightly as the mouse in the cat's den. If you will excuse me, I feel a touch lightheaded. It is a pleasure to see you again. Have my flowers enticed you? Or perhaps you tire of the smells of the city and would buy my Orlesian oils? And smelling good is not. Ferelden is no longer full of barbarians. People judge with their noses as well as their ears and eyes. But you look more armed than most of my patrons. Perhaps you seek the armorsmith, Wade. Then to the south? He is quite the artiste, yes?
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden? The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Al Howe in charge. So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering their Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps. But lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot, and Arlhau's specially picked men are the worst of the lot. With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing, the odd bit of drool, or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers. But I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them are the criminals we have to arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it. Your likeness was passed around to the senior guardsman at the palace. I must say, the sketch didn't do you much justice. Don't worry, even if I believed the official story of what happened at Ostgar, I'm no fool. If I asked my men to apprehend you, they'd all run and cry big sobby tears in their courtesans' bosoms and leave me all alone to be skewered. Don't disturb the peace in the market, and that's well enough for me. What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous. The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy. Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
I wish Father found me a better job than this.
Leave me to my business.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond.
I was getting to that
The
part.
deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal, but know that the sun always rises. Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board? I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste. The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds. A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone. Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts. When I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her. Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason, charlatans have powerful tools to deceive. And often close to heretical. But I believe that the truth only increases the awe of the Maker and his prophet, not demean it. Even false symbols have the power to inspire, but it seems every year we fall more out of touch with the real Andraste. Certainly, my research indicates that all of the ashes were gathered into a pot or urn, but it's been lost for centuries. That doesn't stop hawkers from selling pinches of the ashes of Andraste to gullible pilgrims. The real ashes may still be hidden somewhere, though it's possible the urn broke. Well, there's one that might be real. I couldn't prove it wasn't. Perhaps you can understand my skepticism. So many claims, so few truths. You've shown admirable patience listening to my diatribe before. I will not bore you again. Suffice it to say, I look for and authenticate holy relics for the chantry. Of course, enjoy your visit to the chantry.
They shall be named Maleficar, a cursed one. They shall find
In the name of Andraste, bride of the Maker, be welcome in this house. While the cathedral is closed, if you need to make wedding or funeral arrangements, you'll have to talk to Sister Olma.
Did someone die? I remember a funeral.
King Kalen died, remember? Along with most of the army at Ostagar? Maker guide them all.
That which you fear, living in the shadow of death alone, I have seen it is only a cloud passing before the sun.
The death toll at Ostagar was staggering. We've had a funeral every day for a lost son or daughter of Denerim, and we've many more yet to hold.
Are they singing the chant now? It's a funeral, isn't it?
He should have retired to Val Royeaux years ago, but he wanted to stay and serve the remainder of his days in his homeland. It's the lyrium that does this. He wouldn't be a Templar anymore.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter.
He doesn't forget who he is, even if he can't remember anything else. May the light of the Maker guide your steps.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he is our Maker.
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there? No one else?
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
Welcome, friends. Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you? Certainly. Welcome back. You looking for fine armor? You're obviously not from around here. Wade is possibly the most brilliant armorsmith in all of Ferelden.
That's not true, Herin. The dwarves of Orzammar make the finest armors around. These piles of rust droppings you forced me to make are worthless compared to their work. You never let me have the time, the materials to make something special.
Customers expect their armor in a timely fashion, not years late like the last time.
That happened once, just once, and you never let it drop. I am.
Wade owns the Emporium, but without expert assistance and, well, prodding, let's just say the Emporium has improved substantially with our partnership.
But I do miss the good old days. I could really take my time to make quality.
Oh, by all means, you can return to them. And to the gruel you used to fancy.
No. Sorry, Herin.
Come again.
Herin, the bloody customers are bothering me again. What do I pay you for, anyhow?
Sorry. Wade is a genius. Truly, you will be astonished by his work. But he doesn't deal with customers. If you need anything, please ask me.
And tell him I don't want anyone looking over my shoulders either. I'm thinking, blast it all.
Truly sorry, sire.
Thus I cloak my naked villainy. Haran, the customers again. Haran, the customers again.
Allow me. I could do that for you. What was that soup you made for supper last night?
Oh, that's a traditional Ferelden lamb and pea stew. Do you like it?
Oh, so it was lamb then. It had a certain texture I don't normally associate with lamb.
They didn't make lamb and pea stew for you in Lothering?
We ate simply there. Whole grains made into biscuits or bread, and vegetables from the garden, cooked lightly. No heavy stews.
Ah, so the last lamb you had was probably cooked Orlesian style. Food shouldn't be frilly and pretentious like that. Now, here in Ferelden, we do things right. We take our ingredients, throw them in the largest pot we can find, and cook them for as long as possible until everything is a uniform grey colour. As soon as it looks completely bland and unappetizing, that's when I know it's done.
You're having me on.
Ha! You need to eat in more Ferelden inns.
Mate, you walked into the wrong neighborhood. Get him. Do it quick. Don't want to disturb the boss.
I see enemies ahead.
All men are the work of our Maker's hand, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
They say you can get anything here. I once got pickpocketed.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. And trust his blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Kalen. I demand satisfaction, sir. So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Logain's word? The savior of Ferelden, Terran Logain, personally told me of the Warden's betrayal. Your betrayal. An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Nod Noble Tavern. There we will duel. But honor demands you accept. Make peace with the Maker, sir. These are your last moments.
They got a new Terran of Denerim.
Terran of Denerim? Should it be an arm?
What can I get you, stranger? Right, I'll show you around. What can I get you, stranger? Right, I'll show you around. What can I get you, stranger?
Busy day today. All the news is troubling these days. When will the war end? My cousin was sent to Ostagar before the battle. I hope he's all right.
My shift's nearly over. Thank Andraste.
What was that soup you made for supper last night?
Oh, that's a traditional Ferelden lamb and pea stew. Do you like it?
Oh, so it was lamb then. It had a certain texture I don't normally associate with lamb.
They didn't make lamb and pea stew for you in Lothering?
We ate simply there. Whole grains made into biscuits or bread, and vegetables from the garden.
I'll get on
cooked
it.
Lightly. No heavy stews.
Ah, so the last lamb you had was probably cooked Orlesian style. Food shouldn't be frilly and pretentious like that. Now, here in Ferelden, we do things right. We take our ingredients, throw them in the largest pot we can find, and cook them for as long as possible until everything is a uniform grey colour. As soon as it looks completely bland and unappetizing, that's when I know it's done.
You're having me on.
Ha! You need to eat in more Ferelden inns.
Now's better than later. Here.
Yes? Of course. Yes, of course.
What now?
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull! Another round for me, men!
Drink more!
Huh. I suppose you want to drink now, do you?
Now we drink more!
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Now we drink more!
Yes? What are you doing here? Do you often look around houses that don't belong to you? Please leave. Oh, I am sure you can find others who will have more to say about this grand city. Goodbye. You, again? Is there something you need from me? Why do you return? My name is Wayland. I am the assistant of the scholar Brother Genitivi. This is his house. He is an eminent scholar and researcher who serves the Great Chantry. When you first came in, I was hoping that you had news of Brother Genitivi. Wishful thinking, it seems. I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. Genitivi was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I fear he has gotten too close. Nothing interesting. Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genitivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genitivi, and they too have disappeared. Now, don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now. So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area. I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn. Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts. I know it sounds suspicious, but I swear I'm not lying. It's been a very difficult time for me, and sometimes I don't know what to think or feel. I want Genitivi to be rescued, but I don't want more people to be hurt. You understand, don't you? Good luck. May you find the answers you seek. What are you doing? You're not supposed to go in there. I'm sorry, but that room is not for guests. It's full of books and papers, and I'd rather they were not disturbed. I said no. Genitivi was a very private person. No, don't touch that door!
I'll get on it. Got it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Now's better than later.
What do you need?
I'll get on it.
Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts.
Hey, the wonders of Dadas. Bought me a miniature golem doll here. When I was...
Are you ready? I am no savage. I would not take advantage of you. Nothing at all, sir. I am honor-bound to kill you now. May the Divine look after you, sir. You've held yourself with honor. Begin.
All right, all right. Got it. Now, better than later. On your guard, wretch. Right, right. I'll get on it. Right, hopeless. Bring you a ladder so you can get off my back. I'll get on it. I'm beat. I'm wearing down. Got it. Justice so swift. We fight for honor. Right, all right. I'm wearing down. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
This is the price of betrayal.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? I'm back.
I will not have our fight spread to the market. Warden, this is not over.
Excellent!
Round up animals.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden? Your likeness was passed around to the senior guardsman at the palace. I must say, the sketch didn't do you much justice. Don't worry, even if I believed the official story of what happened at Ostagar, I'm no fool. If I asked my men to apprehend you, they'd all run and cry big sobby tears in their courtesans' bosoms and leave me all alone to be skewered. Don't disturb the peace in the market, and that's well enough for me. The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with us. So when I finally get the... But Lord's... So I have a legion, and all Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot. With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing the odd... But I swear, the owl... So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the... What? You're serious? I mean, yes. I've got to... If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt. The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not... Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Thank you, Warden.
Magic exists to serve man and never to...
Strange that matters can be so tumult. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. I am... The archivist tends the books, and curators often accept... Faith is of the heart, not of the head. Even false symbols have the power to... Suffice it to say, I look... Perhaps you can understand my... The real ashes may still be hidden somewhere. Of course, enjoy your visit to the chantry.
They shall be named Maleficar, a cursed one.
In the name of What did King Kalen died, remember? Along with the death toll at Ostagar. He should have retired to Val...
Blessed are they.
He doesn't forget who he is. May the light of the Maker...
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God.
Hello there, War. I've heard. Good. I've also heard. I want to help you. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice from... Quite right. But unless you plan on personally robbing every rat bastard out there, and bully to you if you do, you won't know which fruit is the most ripe and delicious, eh? Bloody fruit metaphors, I know. But opportunity, it should be worth something to you up front. My share goes to a good cause. The poor. 15, can you imagine? My uncle must walk around with a permanent... Well, one of... Ever done bump and grabs? Do much blending in shadows? Different more of a second... The thrill of the hunt. Now that we... Call me old-fashioned. So, what are you interested in? I've got a place for you. It should be easy money for you. It'll cost 1 sovereign, though. Lady Sophie is... Just be...
Magic exists to serve man. Rule over. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken his gift and turned it against his children.
They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest.
I see you yet continue to be where you are not welcome.
Are you jealous? Is that what this is about? Because I don't think it's for you to decide what I should or should not do.
Oh, you may continue on as you have. I am merely informing you that you will suffer the consequences.
You forget, Morrigan. I am not without my own pointy ends as well. Do not make promises you cannot keep.
I always keep my promises.
Talk is cheap.
And this from a bard.
Another visitor, the Maestro. Enjoy browsing my wares. Master Trader Ignacio, at your service, good sir. My cousin and I have trade connections all along the seaways. We have furniture, silks, carvings, and much more. Cesar handles the trade stock, I handle other affairs. Business deals, meetings. Cesar makes it so I am free of the day-to-day concerns of our store. No, I am not. I am a trader at heart. My home is the road. But I was born past the waking sea in Antiva. It has been many, many years since I have seen her. But the road is a better mistress than my home city ever was. On the docks of Rialto, life is cheap. As cheap as the dockside ale and the soiled whores. You can live a longer life out here. And a wise man can make a comfortable fortune in time. Straightforward, predictable danger is refreshing to me. Any moment in Rialto, the streets can run red, and often do. I'd take Darkspawn any day. At least you can see them coming. No. Not yet. Perhaps one day. It has been many, many years since I have seen her. But the road is a better mistress than my home city ever was. Luck be to you, Warden.
If you have coin, welcome to our shop. If not, move along. Too many refugees blocking customers. Better trade cities to the north, but plenty good trade here. Now with war and blight, business is bad. Oh, yes. You're back. You need something? Better trade cities. Now with war and blight. Oh, yes.
Welcome, friends. Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferrell. You're up. These customers.
That happened once, just once, and you never let it. I am.
Oh.
No, sorry.
Certainly.
Haren, the bloody customers are bothering me again. What do I pay you for, anyhow?
Sorry, but he doesn't...
And tell him... Haren, the customers again.
You can't possibly think he will prefer you.
Funnily, I was about to say the same thing to you.
Oh, and what exactly is it that you believe you have to offer?
I don't know. But if we are together, it will be because he wants me and he loves me. These things are real.
And yet love grows rotten on the vine so quickly, a sour fruit that offers only a memory of sweetness. What is it worth, truly?
Everything. Only a dried up shell of a person would not know that.
We shall see.
Came at me! It's not my fault! Why did you come at me? He came at me! It's not my fault! Why did you come at me? Yeah, they got to learn not to mess with me. Us, right? I mean, he's just going to disappear, right?
As there is but one world, one life. Magic exists. of man and never to rule over it. Proud
Good day. The market is busy, is it not? Come, rest here. I have the finest selection for a lady friend, perhaps? Roses can open anywhere. Much of the city is still the armor. And if your thirst is strong, head to the Nord Noble Tavern north. I am from Orlais. You've heard of us, no? Your Denerim is a fine city, but I miss my Varoyo. Orlais has many. My brother had trouble with a chevalier, and we departed shortly after. A chevalier took an interest in me. We left that very night and came here. That and more. Some revere them, but others... If you will excuse me, I feel a touch lightheaded. It is a pleasure to see you again. Or perhaps you tire of the smells of the city and would buy my Orlesian... I am from Orlais. Your Denerim is a fine city, but I miss my Varoyo. What I miss most are the clothes. The avenue of flowers, this fine... But I like the people of this city very much. Orlais has many... My brother had trouble with a chevalier, and we departed shortly after. You know so little of Orlais here. The Chevalier, for their service, they're allowed privileges. They can do whatever they want to the lesser born. A Chevalier... We left that very night and came here. Perhaps in your lands, but not in my kingdom. Many revere the Chevaliers for their skill, honor, and deeds. But others tread lightly. As lightly as the mouse in the cat's den. If you will excuse me...
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. Welcome, welcome. We sell only the strongest dwarven steel, folded over 100 times in the forges of Orzammar. In times like this, surely your group could use some extra protection on the road. Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? I'll answer what I can, but my policy is not to sell things that don't belong to me. The Landsmeet's the big news. Every dusty noble estate in Denerim is airing its sheets, waiting for the Lord to ride into town. It's the capital of Ferelden, so naturally the Queen and Regent are at the top. But the man who seems to be running the city guard is the new Arl Rendon Howe. Came in from somewhere up north. The Landsmeet's the big news. Every dusty noble estate in Denerim. Anytime, my friend.
off my back.
What can I get you, stranger?